I mean, I'm a kid from England who's, and this is fantasy land for me. I mean, this is an incredible thrill. I mean, it's just like having your first hit record, but having an Oscar is wow.
Men of the Year GQ Awards, he was presented with the Genius Award.
Last night I was an icon, tonight I'm a genius, tomorrow an arsehole. Wilko Johnson is a hero of mine. I remember seeing Dr. Feelgood so many times, and I want to say something about him tonight. I've said all I can about myself without getting into more trouble. There's a band that you heard earlier called The Stripes. They idolized Dr. Feelgood and Wilko. And a couple of weeks ago, I said to them, you have to meet this man, because it's like passing on the baton. It's very important that you should meet the people that you really love. And so we organized a secret gig at Canvey Island, which sold out in about 2 minutes. And they played, and Wilko came down and met them and made their lives by saying hello. And he actually came on stage and played with them and spent a lot of time with them. That, to a young band, to someone who, they're only 16 and 17-year-old boys from Ireland, kind of validates what they do. It's so important to do that. But for this man to take time out, and we all know his personal story at the moment, and the beauty of what he's going through, and telling that he's too busy living life to think about dying. And for him to do that, to go and meet these boys who loved him so much, just shows you the beauty of music and what it can do. And no matter who you love and who you don't love, that's what music does to us all. And I can't thank you enough for that. It's just, you know, if I could give you this award, I will. You can have that. You're the genius here.
#1 albums in the 3.5-year period from 1972 to 1975, a period of concentrated success surpassed only by the Beatles. Elton is famed for his collaboration with other musical superstars, and one collaboration in particular in 2001 got the whole world talking.
Elton John has a long relationship with the Grammy Awards. He's been a very successful Grammy winner over the years, but probably the moment that stands out as most identified with Elton John at the Grammys came in 2001, when he performed a very surprising duet. That was with Eminem, who'd had a huge hit with Dido with Stan. And he'd got a lot of negativity from the homosexual community for being perceived as homophobic, had Eminem. So Elton John decided to perform with him, and so that was a surprise. And at the end of the show, they embraced. And it was kind of like two worlds colliding, if you will, and showing the uniting, healing power of music. A great musical moment, and also a symbolic gesture.
People get all dressed up, they walk the red carpet. If they're not at the Oscars, they're at Elton John's party.
So Elton, you obviously have many talents. Party thrower is also one of them. How does it feel?
Well, I love throwing a party, and I love having a gregreat party, and we're having a great party in there tonight. You know, we're slapping people around the face, trying to get them to wake up. Well, come on, it's just like, it's, you know, it's hard to sit there for 4 hours. I mean, luckily we had enough food to last. I mean, yeah, forget Y2K, this was an even bigger problem in here tonight.
Is there one particular person you hope does make a stop by here the morning?
Well, anyone from American Beauty, because I voted for it, and I just thought it was by far the best film. And also anyone from Topsy Turvy, Mike Leigh, who I think should have been nominated as Best Director, and it should have been nominated as Best Film. Probably one of the greatest achievements of filmmaking in the last 10 years, that movie.
So yeah, they did win a few awards.
They won 2 awards, which I'm very. They won costume and makeup. Yep, and I'm very, and he deserved to win many more.
Sounds great. And then, can I get your opinion on who do you think was this year's Oscars it girl?
Well, I have to say Hilary Swank. Yeah, she's the most beautiful girl. Fantastic. I'm very happy for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
If you think back to that great song with Dionne Warwick and Friends, That's What Friends Are For, that was one of his many songs which has donated money to AIDS charities. It's very much been his cause, and he's been a champion.
Yeah. I don't know. I came here in 1970 and I played the Troubadour Club, and I never slept with someone of my own sex, and I went to San Francisco and did it, and I've always wanted to, and I suppose it's because, if you're being honest, you're away from home and you feel as if you can do that. A lot of gay people are afraid of having sex in their own area because they don't want to be, they're afraid of being found out or whatever, and the stigma that goes with that, so they go somewhere else to do it. It's a horrible thing. You have to run and hide from yourself, and maybe I was doing that, but I'm sure glad I did.
Also in 1992, he released the...
It later, of course, got adapted into a stage musical and continues to be a smash hit on Broadway, in the West End, and around the world.
Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you. What a birthday. Yeah.
Now, we know that, they're all your children, but was there one of them that you were kind of rooting for over the others, or would...
I think Can You Feel the Love Tonight, I thought would be, if any song was going to win it of ours, that would be the song. So I'm glad that one won it. It was the biggest hit, and I think the best song of the three.
Great Tarmac is VTM Belgium. What's the difference between writing songs for live actions instead of animations?
For live action, or what?
Well, we haven't written together for live action films, but in my case, having written some stuff for the stage in the past, there really is no difference. If you write for a Argentine dictator's wife or a flatulent warthog, you still have to make the character has to be believable. So, I mean, you have to imagine that the character you're writing for is real, and so it's the same, really.
I must admit, when I was writing songs for Warthog, I thought, my God, what does my life come to? I didn't know what that.
Elton, is it tougher writing songs for hire as opposed to writing songs that are just sort of floating through the breezes of your mind?
Actually, it isn't. I mean, because I don't write very often, and I write maybe once a year. And these songs were written an awful long time ago. They were actually written at the same time as I was writing songs for the One album in 1991. So it was, I was writing those songs at the same time. So no, it's no different to me. It was more maybe more of a challenge because I was writing it with kids in mind, which I don't normally do when I'm writing for myself.
What were some of the qualities in the animals or the storyline that moved you to translate it into music?
Well, the original storyboard was so appealing, and it changed so much. When you write for an animated feature, they want the songs more or less straight away so that they can pin certain sequences around the songs. And it was very easy for me, actually, because I just had to write the melody. Tim had to do about 50 rewrites on each song. But it was just you knew that it was going to be humorous. You knew that it was going to be, the end product was going to be of a certain quality. So there wasn't that much of a risk involved, I don't think.
So, Elton.
Yeah.
You've had a lot of success, a lot of acclaim over the years from your music. At this point in your life now, what does that thing in your hand really mean?
This is one of the most exciting things has ever happened to me. I mean, it's just, I never thought in my life I would ever be holding one of these. And it's a big thrill and a big kick. I mean, because I'm a musician, I'm not in film, so I mean, just to get an Oscar is just quite astounding. I'm very thrilled.
Elton, you've performed in huge arenas, you've performed on very important occasions, but this is the Oscars.
Yeah.
How did you get ready for this? What did it mean to you, and what did it feel like up there?
Well, I've been here since 2 o'clock, so actually, I didn't get nervous until I put my clothes on, and then I really started to get a little nervous. It's going to be seen by a billion people, and I don't care what you say when you're up there singing, you get the... I was shaking a little, and I just wanted to sing the song without making a mistake.
I never get nervous, I take my clothes off.
Elton?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm a kid from England who's, I mean, this is fantasy land for me. I mean, this is an incredible thrill. I mean, it's just like having your first hit record, but having an Oscar is, wow. He's already got one, so it's not,
Elton, do you think that writing for Lion King and the popularity of Lion King, the music, secures your position for the next generation?
Well, I just said in the other room, I get accosted now by 6-year-olds at airports saying, we love the Lion King, which I find really sweet because that's what we wrote the music for and the songs.
I think, sparing his blushes, his music is pretty secured for the next few generations anyway, so...
Elton and Tim, following in the footsteps of Beauty and the Beast, would you like to see this story and your songs go to Broadway?
The Lion King.
The Lion King. I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
Can you imagine having to play the lion? I mean,
and we'd have to audition 2 guys for every part.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that.
Good. Hello, wait, hello, wait, excuse me. Right here. Hello. Hello.
For me. Whoa.
Hello.
Cut.
Hi. Could I just get you both to hold up your Oscars for a shot?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a question for Tim. Tim, we've spoken after you've won Grammys, and now we're speaking after you've won Oscars. What's the agita like on a day of the Oscars, the build-up, as opposed to the agita on the day of the build-up to the Grammys?
I think one has to say the Oscar is the big one, particularly that all around the world. In England, everybody knows what an Oscar is, and with great respect to the Grammys and the Tonys, which are wonderful awards, I'm not sure that they have quite that instant buzz all around the world. So this is the one. People always say to me in England, you know, where's your Oscar? They don't say, where's your anything else? Well, not any other award. If I have a good day, they maybe want to see other things. But this is the one that really matters. I'm dead chuffed.
Now, you're both best known for your writing with each of you other partners.
Yeah.
Now, talk about this partnership. How does this work out?
Well, actually, Tim and I had collaborated on an album of mine called Jump Up in 1982, the song called The Legal Boys. We've known each other for ages and ages and ages. Bernie Taupin, who I write with constantly, and I've been writing with for 28 years, will be the first to admit that it's not in his line of writing, this kind of work. And so he would not be interested in it. So it gives me the opportunity to write with other people, as he's had in his life. I don't think our relationship, which is a very special relationship for me, our relationship, would have lasted if we hadn't had the freedom to work with other people. And I think it's healthy for that to happen. And I'm delighted to work with Tim.
I'm thrilled to work with EJ here, obviously.
Oh,
When they said you won, what did you instantly feel? And on somewhat calm reflection, is there anything more that you would have said up there when you accepted?
Well, I think I made a bit of a cock-up in my speech. I didn't quite hog it for long enough. No, it's funny because some people make wonderful speeches and go on a long time, and one dreads really being boring. And I thought this year I'll let Elton get on quickly. So, I mean, you can go on forever thanking your dog, you know, this, that, and the other, but Elton had something important to say which worked well, and I just wanted to say I'm grateful to all those who helped.
Same for me. I mean, I just wanted to be concise and quick and get out. I mean, nothing's more boring than someone going on and on and on and on.
Like you are now.
Like me, yes.
Elton, I want to know, if this is addictive now, you're holding onto that statue so tightly, are you going to write more music for movies?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I wrote music a long time ago for a movie called Friends, and then I said no, never again. But I think now, yes. I mean, it saved me from touring so much. Live action, I'd love to do live action.
Yeah,
I'd love to write a musical and maybe more animation and other things as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The new album was made and finished last May, but because of the success of The Lion King and the film and the album, and we've put it under wraps. It's now coming out in March. It's called Made in England, and it was made in England. I'm very proud of it. I think it's the best thing I've done for a long time. And, you know, to follow up the line, to have The Lion King be so successful and then have my album coming out, if I don't make a success of it and it's no good, then it'll fall on its, you know, it'll find its own place. But I've been set up pretty well by this movie. I can't complain. My career at the moment hasn't been any better than this.
Designer Gianni Versace and Princess Diana.
We have reports from Paris that Diana, Princess of Wales, has been killed in a car accident and that her partner, Dodi Fayed, has also been killed. They were apparently being pursued by paparazzi on 2 motorcycles. We have some of the latest pictures from the scene. This was the car that Diana, Dodi Fayed were traveling in. Clearly a horrendous impact. There's one of the airbags clearly visible in the front end of the car. The reports are that Diana has been killed. Dodi Fayed also died, as did the driver of the car.
Upon Diana's death, Bernie Taupin reworked the lyrics of Candle in the Wind, a song originally written about Marilyn Monroe in 1973. The resulting tribute, Candle in the Wind 1997, easily became the all-time highest certified single, with U.S. sales of 11 million in the first month. All proceeds were donated to the Diana, Princess of Wales Memorial Fund.
So it was a year of a lot of emotional blows to him. And, you know, near and dear to him really was Lady Diana. They had been longtime friends. And, you know, I think that they always felt like outsiders. So they had a lot in common. So losing her was really tough on him.
Did it again with Tim Rice, this time on a Broadway musical version of Verdi's opera, Aida. The pair also collaborated on a DreamWorks animation feature, The Road to El Dorado.
Well, Hans is one of the best arrangers and scorers there are. I mean, I've worked with him on The Lion King. We became very good friends. I've known Hans for a very long time, and when he was on this project, I felt very relieved because you know that you're in very good hands and that your songs that you write will be arranged for the screen, and he will take the utmost care and interpret them better than anyone else can, probably. So I love working with Hans.
What's the challenges for you of writing a musical such as this, as opposed to your own songs, which we all love?
Well, this you have to follow a storyline. It's actually much easier to write a song when you've got a storyline because you're writing for characters. When you're writing a song, say if I'm writing with Bernie Taupin and he gives me a lyric on a page, it's a one-off adventure story. This all ties in, so you've got a link. And you've got to write 5 or 6 songs that go into the movie and that are cohesive. So it's actually easy, much easier to write for a stage show or an animated movie because you've got a story and you've got characters and you know what those characters are.
Everyone has said they're here to see Elton John or to hear his music. What are you here to see tonight?
I haven't seen the film finished, so I'm here to see the movie.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
I've met Tab before, but it's great that he's coming. Axl Rose is coming. Beck's coming, and a lot of good friends that have been here every year.
You've done this party for 14 years. Do you have a favorite part of all that time?
I think one year we were in a booth with Bruce Springsteen, Nicolas Cage,
Jim
Carrey,
Emma Thompson,
and Prince in a 6-seater booth. That was pretty amazing.
And what is the most special thing about the foundation tonight?
I think that we're raising so much money. Hopefully we'll net $2.5 million, which is $1.5 million more than we've ever done before. And each year we try and raise more money for people who need it and have a good time in the process.
I think it's a wonderful thing you do.
Thank you so much.
How do you decide on who's going to be the performer of the night?
Oh, John Legend is the performer tonight, and I'm just going to sing a couple of songs with him.
How do you decide? How do you choose?
Oh,
sing every year?
No, I choose them every year, and I like to choose people who've just come up. We started with Nelly Furtado, and I think we went to Ryan Adams. We've had Joss Stone, we've had John Mayer, we've had the Scissor Sisters, and now we've got John Legend. So, all these people have made like one or 2 albums, and they're fairly new, and I love their music. So if I like them, I ask them to do it, and they do it. I'm very happy.
And how are you going to keep your energy up for the whole night?
Oh, it'd be fine.
Adrenaline.
It'd be fine, adrenaline.
And caffeine.
Yeah, Diet Coke and adrenaline. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Continuing his musical adventure into the film world, Elton contributed to the soundtrack of the animated film.
I want them to be able to think, I'd love to see that again. I've seen it 3 times, and it gets better every time I see it. And it's got a great message for kids, and also it's very funny. Artistically, it looks wonderful, and it's a great story. It's one of the most famous stories with a kind of happier ending than the original, which we took poetic license. We didn't want the kids crying as they came out. But I think it's a very uniquely British film. And I think the animation is phenomenal, and I think it stands up to anything that's out there at the moment. I mean, the high point of animation is Pixar films. Obviously, that's within the Disney studio, and we've made a film that I think could qualify nearly as a Pixar film. So,
Shakespeare, gnomes, and one of the most amazing cast brought together at all. How much fun was it being involved with all of that?
It was great fun. It was really, really wonderful. The cast were amazing. Everybody was so enthusiastic about it. Working with Elton's music, Lady Gaga, Nelly Furtado, it doesn't get much better than that.
And did you have a favourite character from it that you took away?
I love the frog.
Nanette.
Yeah. You're doomed. It's doomed. I love
Ozzy Osbourne for me, amazing.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne is pretty funny.
Ozzy's pretty brilliant. You know, all the characters in it are pretty damn good.
And are you guys fans of gnomes? Do you have them at home at all? Or?
We have a kind of mooning gnome in France.
And now the gnomes in the house in London.
We have gnomes in the house in London.
Yeah, collecting them.
Thanks so much.
Thanks very much.
With help of a surrogate, Elton
Yeah, I can't believe it's our 22nd year. We always say that every year. It's an amazing achievement. We're very, very privileged to be able to do this, and we're very grateful for the Hollywood community for supporting us.
Well, I just feel like, I'm the biggest fan in the world of him. Me and my mom, we love him to death. So anytime I can come out and, support something that he's, ahead of is really special.
They've supported us amazingly well for 22 years, and it's important that they do because this is one of our main fundraisers of the year. And so it's an important thing for us as a fundraising organization, and also it raises a lot of money for people who desperately need it.
AIDS is a terrible disease. And I just love Elton so much that, once you put those two together and I saw what he was doing for the foundation and what he does nonstop for them, I thought I'd love to come to the party and be a piece of it. So gave the house away last year and made $1 million. And so I figured I'd do it again. It's my happy place. I love it there, and makes my heart feel good.
Well, it's just amazing what he does. I mean, every single year, it's like all the celebrities come out, all the winners come out, and they come and they support him. And he's just been such a compassionate person, and the work that he does is just so amazing. It's really beautiful. He always gives back.
Because it's not about being a celebrity when you're here. It's about the charitable work that Elton does and the lives that he saves, and you get to wear a pretty dress at the same time.
I love Elton John, and I'm honored that he asks me every year to come to his big event. He raises so much money to help people that are living with AIDS right now and HIV, and I think it's amazing what he does. So I always love coming to support him and be part of the party and talk about it, so that we all raise more money to help him help other people.
I've been doing this, if I'm in LA, I do this with Elton. Elton's been an old friend, and we worked on a lot of AIDS committees together, so this is a great cause, and why not?
I only really like a couple of films this year. My favorite film was Dallas Buyers Club, and that was the best performance by 100 miles.
I agree. And then I know you guys always have a performance night. Who can people look forward to seeing take the stage?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, yeah.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
Been fantastic.
Yeah, so I've had an involvement in his career because I own the company that manages him, so he's been a protege for a long time. I'm so proud of him, and he's going to knock people sideways today. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
His versatility, combined with his effortless melodic skills, dynamic charisma, and flamboyant stage shows, made him an icon, and he has cemented his place in music history.
Elton John's music is the soundtrack of our lives. It'll be around forever. There are kids not yet born who will be singing along to Elton John songs. That's a fantastic achievement. His music has got a timeless quality.
It's a great honor to work with him. It's perhaps the only man of his generation who is still getting better. I mean, all the other great stars who came up in the 60s and 70s have maybe a little bit plateaued out. But Elton I've just heard his new album. It is...
Steady on, old boy.
No, that's enough, right.
Steady on.
He's had so much success. Let's be honest about Elton John. He's had a tremendous career. He's incredible. He's got Oscar and he's got Grammys, and he is one of the most recognizable names in the music industry. And I love that he's a father now, too, so I think he's going to carry on his music legacy to his kids. But I also think that he's going to continue working in the film industry, creating soundtracks. He's had tremendous success on Broadway, and there's just no stopping the Elton John legacy.
He may be pushing 70, but there's no way he's retiring. You know, he continues to make new music, make great new music as well. Music is evolving all the time. He wants to change with it. He still has the love of performing, and the audiences love him. So long may Elton reign.
What I do is, I'm very lucky to be able to do what I do. And I just have a lot of energy, and I love music. It's always been my life as a kid. So you should always aspire to get better. Sometimes it don't work, but I feel as if I'm getting better.